But if we don't, that'd be great.
It'd just be private for a minute.
Nothing goes on YouTube is private.
Vickers, I'm the lead vocalist of Rogues and Royalty.
Joseph Evans, bass.
Dave Bowles, lead guitar.
Jordan Summers, drummer.
One day he made the mistake of telling me that he was a bass player, and I told him I had a band going and I wanted to start something up, and made him get a bass, and started playing pretty much.
Yeah, we basically been playing for the better part of a decade together. We had another band out in California and had some moderate success out there, and then through life and everything, we band went its separate ways, and I ended up moving out to Kentucky. A few years later, Jesse moved back out, and we thought, well, it's a prime opportunity to start playing some music again, and played around a little bit and went to a couple of people, and put an ad out. I think is how we got all the you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Ad, and then
Craigslist.
I think it was Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Got a hold of Dave here, and he came down and joined us for a couple of sessions, and we all seemed to mesh and kind of get along. Had the same vibe on what kind of music we wanted to play, and then I think you had gone to Colorado for a little bit. That's when you were gone, and we were trying to narrow down on drummers, and we went through a couple of guys that could bang on drums. I wouldn't call them drummers. And then once again, there was another Facebook ad, wasn't it? And we all basically assembled through Facebook.
Yeah.
And then Jordan gave us a call one day. Said, I'm interested in coming out and playing. I've been out of the music industry for a bit. I hadn't played in a while. But said he wanted to get back into it, and so we met up here in our little jam shack here, and instantly locked in with Jordan. Especially me, the bass and the drums. I know it's important, and we probably played for the better part of 2 hours that day, and Jordan left and said, if you want me to come back, give me a call. And
Oh yeah.
me and Jesse we sat down and talked about it, and I said, I know we got 2 more guys lined up tomorrow. Blow them off, man. I think we found what we're looking for.
Yeah, I always made sure in a band that whether you're getting auditioning a bass player or if you're auditioning a drummer, those two had the last say so, because those two got to mix. The bass player's got the last say so, and the drummer, vice versa. If it's a drummer and we're auditioning a bass player, it's, that to me was always key. And once I heard them two play together, I was like, dude, that's it.
Yeah, well, I remember the first time too, and we're all 4 of us were together finally, because we didn't have a drummer and we had Dave.
I thought you were making shit up about the drummer.
No,
I thought they was making shit up about the lead player.
Well, me and Jesse and David played for weeks there for a little while. We didn't have a drummer, and we'd gone as far as we could. It's like we couldn't go any further without having a drummer. And then David gone out to Colorado to go visit, and we're like, okay, well, we got tasked with finding a drummer. So we went through a couple. More than just talent too, I think, with all of us as a group, man, because it's we're all on the same page, we're all in the same place. We're not here to just I don't want to just play bars and everything like that, the rest of my life, man. And I remember you specifically sat there and you're like, what? Said, I want to do this. I don't want to just come in and be some local band and everything like that. It's like, if we're going to do it, let's go hard with it.
Sure.
And that's one of the things that sold me, really on Jordan and on David, because both of you guys were individually saying the exact same thing that we were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Was we want to find people that are going to be committed to this. We're going to find people that are going to want to go record when it's time to go record, that go, tour, and God help us if we can.
That was another thing, when I put the ad out, is I put a dedicated drummer, a dedicated, guitar player, is because I knew if I put dedicated in there, I'm not going to get a bunch of guys saying, hey, I can play, or hey, yeah, I want to do this. I'm going to get guys that are going to be dedicated, that are wanting to do this, and it just, I mean, to me, it filtered out all the bull crap.
I think this is probably going to be one of our better stories too down the line, especially when we're super famous. Was the writing of the song, and that's such a funny story too, because we finally, all four of us had sat down. I think we played for like a weekend, right? And we're kind of getting used to each other a little bit, and then we said, okay, let's work on some new material. And Jesse just happened to have, he's like, hey, I've got this new riff I want to play. So he starts playing this riff, and we all kind of like grab a hold of it and start playing around with it. I mean, no kidding. Like, and I know, like, a lot of people say they write songs quick and everything like that, but I mean, no bullshit. Half an hour. Man, we had that song structured out, you know. And I think it was just the sheer, because I mean, in that moment, like, I felt like super like connected in like that weird way, like, you know, when you just connect with other good musicians, you know, and everything's just coming together. And like, I think that's what speaks for us as individual musicians, and then us as a band, is how quickly we can come together and read each other and toss ideas around at each other and not become better ourselves, but make each other better. We're recording in Colorado. You know, it's the first challenge is just getting there. And I remember that first trip we planned forever for. We'd taken vacation. If we were taking vacation, we didn't even have yet.
Yeah.
I took vacation in, what was that, July?
Yeah.
That I wasn't supposed to have until September. And it is now almost October, and I don't have vacation again until next September. But that first trip, man, was eye-opening, and it was a blast.
The car right there alone was.
Yeah, the trip alone was therapeutic, man. But just getting there and, like, you know, because we've been in the studio before.
Oh yeah,
Dave, I know you've been in the studio before. I don't know if sure you did. Was that your first time or no?
No, it's...
You have recorded. You know, but it was almost a whole different process. There was a little bit more.
Well, too, you're getting 4 guys together too that not even known each other for more than 3 months.
Take it,
and we're gonna go share a hotel room together for a week.
Take it for what it is, but it felt like recording the way we're doing now feels more intimate. Like I say, don't take that at face value. And what I mean is you know, with who we're recording with, who's you know, running things for us, and then the 4 of us and the way we operate, man, it just feels so much more. Like, it just feels tighter. It feels more. I don't know. Intimate's like the only word I can think of.
We were kicking that around, the idea about going in the studio, and, you know, we talked about some of the local studios. And I don't think, and I kept mentioning, you know, recording with Dusty, but I came back from Colorado with that recording of Hellhounds.
Oh yeah.
And that was like, everybody's like, oh,
Dude,
he's on something.
when I heard that quality, I was like, that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
The sound quality, the mixing, the different elements in there of, you know, of all the things going on into just the little bits and pieces I heard, and I was like, dude, that is the sound.
And it goes right back to what we all started with. It's like, man, we're not out to be a garage band, so we're gonna do something that is gonna set us apart from everyone else out here right now. Then we need to do something that's going to set, but we need to go somewhere and get a quality that's going to be, you know, leaps and bounds above, better than anything you can really get around here.
And if you have to drive 1,000 miles to do it,
yeah. I mean, if you got to drive 1,100 miles to go do it, and get hit by tornadoes, and
I mean, you know, it's you can be a great band, but if you're not with the right producers and have the right sound, you're just going to be a good band.
Man, I've heard it mentioned that in this industry, you know, sometimes it takes being in the right place at the right time. And I think that if there's a sentence that describes this band better than anything else, it's the fact that we have just consistently been in the right place at the right time.
Fucking seems like it, yeah.
You know, because it just seems like stuff was just falling in so well, and then, you know, and then going out, you know, and recording with Dusty, and watching these songs that we've written transform into something beyond
crazy
what we could have even thought they could have ever been, you know, and then staring down the barrel of an album that could be greater than I would have even thought, you know. And it's not that I was really going in with any low expectations. You know, I was expecting to come out with some really, you know, good kick-ass stuff. And like we brought back stuff that I'm just like, dude, that's not us. There's no way we're
Way too good to be us.
like somebody dubbed in like a professional band and took these yokels out of it. But you know, but I think that's what we set out to do. I mean, you know, and even Dusty himself said, you know, what do you want to do? You know, do you want to just do this for yourselves and be local, or do you guys want to, you know, be on freaking magazine covers? And I was like, put us on, let's go. We all in one united voice. I think we pretty much all said, no, we're going.
Yeah.
We can take this to the top. Let's go to the top with it.